Kong has too many air conditioning. It's insane. It is pretty concerning. At this point, it becomes the aesthetics of Hong Kong. I'm not even joking.
What have we become as a society? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Refresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with the hottest battler in the UK and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Hello.
So yeah, Ayumu, how are you doing today?
I'm doing alright. I just came back eating softly. I think that's how you say in English.
Souffle?
Softly, yes.
Yeah, that like
Softly.
souffle.
Fluffy.
Yeah. Which is really fitting that now is we are in the aftermath of Christmas. So yeah, since we forgot to do anything special for Christmas, Merry Christmas, guys, to whoever is celebrating it.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year. Since yeah, the next episode will be next year, literally, quite literally. Yeah, because this will be
next episode, right?
Yeah, because this will be up around the 30th of December, 29th to the 30th of December. So yeah, the next episode is literally next year. My goodness, how far have we come this year? It's 2024 has been really wild. It's kind of like planning. I actually didn't realize that it's already end of the year now. Everything just happened. Suddenly, lots of things happen. My visa is almost running out, so I needed to start off thinking of my plan B's and C's and D's and E's and F's and G, and so on. Yeah, the plan C is of course to go back, but yeah, I should think of like 25 different alternatives before I do that. Well, yeah, that's the point. But yeah, how is it on your side, Ayum? Is there anything interesting happening recently?
No, not really. Just hang out with my parents.
Oh, that's really nice. But yeah, my parents also came over to Germany, so I've been,
nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to kind of juggle between work and like hanging out with them. We did do like some Christmas dinner, which is we did a raclette, which according to my my in-law who has been in Germany for a long time, the lore is like this is actually not traditional because on Christmas Eve, it is technically still like a normal day, like a normal working day, and the German mothers usually are still really busy like preparing for Christmas, especially since the Christmas celebration itself is usually done on the 24th, so usually they prepared everything on the day. So they kind of have to set up the trees, put down the presents for the kids, and prepare everything else. So usually dinner itself is really simple, just some like German salad, which is basically some sort of pasta or like potato that is mixed with mayonnaise and egg and pickles. Mayonnaise is basically egg and pickles. Anyway, if you want to stretch your imagination a little bit,
you mean eggs and cucumber.
Yeah, cucumber pickles.
It's a pickle.
Yeah, pickles is the pickled cucumbers, right?
I'm not good at cooking.
Yeah.
If I didn't know mayonnaise is made of
No.
pickles.
It was not made of pickles, but pickles is more of like a sour flavor profile, and usually mayonnaise they are mixed with vinegar, kind of to make it a little bit sour. So like if you stretch your imagination a little bit, then while it is not a total replacement, but you kind of get both the flavor profile of egg and pickles inside a mayonnaise, depending on which mayonnaise you use, as well, of course. As like different mayonnaise has their own tastes, of course. But yeah, the point is it was supposed to be really simple, but of course, since we have prepared the thing like from a long time ago, and my sister has the privilege of having a brother that she can ask to do things, although I kinda can't wait to negate that that advantage. Yeah, so they did something a little bit more fancy, which is basically doing a German raclette. They have like well, not really German, but it's like I think some Austrians are doing that as well. So it's just really fancy. Like they use this kind of pans. The boop, boop, boop. Yep. So this kind of pans where you basically can grill meat on the top, and then you like take some of the ingredients, put cheese on top, and then you put it on the bottom rack to melt the cheese on top. And
Yeah,
also,
my mom loves those stuff. Yeah.
I know, right? I wanted more meat actually, but that's also nice. I am still recovering because like the madman, our little green friend, Amamiya. Like last week, I was like meeting Calvin because I got some. Well, is it 2 weeks ago? But yeah, anyway, Calvin came over, and then he wants to introduce me to the Gundam card game. So he was like offhandedly just told me like, yeah, why don't you ask Amamiya to come over so we can try them together? So I was like, there's no way, right? There's no way because like it is close to Christmas, and I was like asking him like 2 days before. So the cost of train to go from Berlin all the way to Düsseldorf will be astronomical. So I was like, there's no way he will come, but I will ask him anyway. And then like I asked him anyway. And then I was like, so the train is about this much. Okay, I'll go. It's like, what the fuck, Amamiya? Why are you doing this to yourself? But he did come, and then we played the Gundam card game. It was but like multiplayer experience was pretty nice. I can't imagine myself playing a 1v1 though. I can only imagine myself playing a multiplayer for Gundam card game for some reason. I don't know. But like the game, at least for the first few boosters, will be a little bit slow pace if you wanted to play like 1v1. But I guess it's an okay pace if you got like more people to banter with, like more people to kind of like negotiate with, like if I kill this guy first, then I will be in a disadvantage, so I needed to attack the other guy, kind of thing, kind of dynamic. And then
Like,
yep,
it's like as if it's an actual war.
I know, right? Well, pretty close. Well, it's not that close, but yeah, the point. And then after that, we had to get some food. So Amamiya, he kind of like frequents Düsseldorf like twice a year. So like he knows this one Chinese restaurant like near the card shop, and it's like, yeah, let's go there. And we ordered like it is a Sichuan restaurant, so like everything was very oily and very heavy. But God, that's really good. But like even then, like 2 weeks after, I still needed to recover from all the fat overload, man. I can't. I needed to eat more vegetables.
Man, and I'm going to the US next week as well. I'm gonna come back eating only salad.
Good luck, man. And yeah, by then I mean also good luck in the Profess. Hopefully you can win and the Profess, qualify for the Worlds, and then we'll go to the Bandai Card Fest Japan together, and then we'll do another live episode in Japan. Hopefully, I'll have to bring my laptop for that though. But yeah, I will bring my laptop if we can do that in Japan. Why not? But yeah, actually, like the fun part is if you qualify for the Worlds, you will be in the top 8 for Profess, and then you will get a 2,000 USD flight voucher that was supposed to be given to you to go to the Worlds, but you're already in the Worlds venue anyway. So I guess I guess now you are free to use it to the other BCFs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
Well,
do
I'm planning to use it to go back to Hong Kong.
that. Well, close enough. I mean, like, okay, we probably can do like we could just go to Japan and then like after that we can just fly to Hong Kong. Already close.
Oh no, I need to fly by July to
Ah,
have a medical check. That's it.
I see. Important.
Yeah, important.
Mm-mm. Well, then that.
Actually, yeah, it's really funny.
Mm-mm.
My mom told me
Mm-mm.
because like she was the one who booked the time for me
Mm-mm.
because well she was also doing a checkup
Mm-mm.
at the hospital, and then so like the department that I go to is actually for kids.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what's the actual term, but like yeah,
Yep.
because the surgery happened when I was a baby, so
Mm-mm.
like
Ah.
any like checkup or like uh I don't know what's the word in English, but like any checkup,
Mm-mm.
it all goes back to that department, even if I'm an adult, because obviously it's those doctors who knows what's going on.
Mm-mm. Ah.
So like my mom went to like book the time for me, and then the nurse was like, okay, so July should be good for you, right? And I said, yeah. And the nurse was like, yeah, because it's like it's summer holidays, so it's gonna be much easier for your child to like come over.
Mm-mm.
And then my mom's like, well, I actually don't think if it matters, because he doesn't have any summer holiday anymore. He's 24. And then the nurse just like double check my birthday. She's like, oh right, of course,
Yep,
yes.
yep, yep. Yep, my son's unemployed. God damn. That's pretty how to say, it's pretty savage of your mom. But yeah, she understands her son well, so that is good.
I don't think it was matter if I employ or unemployed. I'm not gonna have summer holiday anyway.
True. Well, I guess it's just more kind of like how to say, even if you are employed, then it's kind of more socially accepted for you to take your break and some during the summer holiday anyway. Although then you'll probably not do that if you're single, because like why would you do that while everything is astronomically more expensive? Go during the low seasons. Yeah. Speaking of the Pandai Card Fest, since if Ayumu did well in the world, then he will still have remaining flight vouchers to go to Japan. So I'm still trying to gaslight him to go to Japan anyway, because we have a mission now. Because we have a vendetta. Like, well, this kind of like a joke vendetta, but we kind of joke with one of the Singaporean representative that we are going to go there and personally do some rejected. Yes, but anyway, speaking of the Pandai Card Fest, that's something that we wanted to do for 2025. So, what about 2024? We took a bit of, well, I basically copied this idea from one of my favorite podcasts in the world. It's probably going to be obvious, but basically today, kind of wanted to reminisce a little bit, well, stroke our own egos, kind of like look back in 2024 and look at what we have came to like, or something that we are proud of to achieve or made during 2024. Well, I tried to get Ayumu to like get like 8 of the things that he did or like this year, but we did like just just quite funny just because I'm from Indonesia. We're a tourist country, and Ayumu is from Hong Kong, which you still have to haggle a lot. So yeah, we did like a market haggle, and then like we came up with the number 6, which is still good enough because as you can see, the asset cam that is always there that I claim to be not working, it's in landscape. So like if we do like 6 or like 8, then it's will fit nicer than like if we do like some kind of odd number like 9 or 5. So yeah, that's the story. So since I told Ayumu to do that. Let's go over on what Ayumu thinks that he likes or he have achieved during this year. So yeah, in no particular order, by the way. So Ayumu, you can start wherever you want actually. As you have 6 things, you have really intimidating things, and you have something really Ayumu like, and then you have something that is a logo that I'm not really sure because it's so ubiquitous at this point. So yeah, Ayumu, do you want to start first?
Wow, shaming me first instead of you.
Yo, of
Wow.
course. I'm bullying you because I'm the older one.
Bruh. I guess we're gonna start with the top left, which is obviously the Bandai Carfest. And wow, this sounds like a presentation. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, well, why not?
But well, I mean, when you ask me like anything memorable for the years, like what? No, not really. It's like the first thing is obviously exhibition match, because like I mean, even in the other card games, like how often do you even get a chance to like play with the developers? So you know, that's definitely something to remember of. And then yeah, and then on the right of that is it's basically a photo from Mohan, because you know,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's your first time judging.
yeah, it's my first time judging for any
Yay.
games really. So there is that.
Although you technically judges for the World Clash, which did you forget about that, Ayumu? You were a Battle Spirits
I forgot
judge.
about that. Yes.
An official one, albeit unofficial one. So this is your first official gig, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean I don't have a certificate for the Japanese one, so that is technically my first official one. And I am expecting myself to judge a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
Not for Saga, but for Pokemon.
Ooh, nice.
I'm still trying to get my certificate. But like I'll have to see.
Yeah.
And then on the right is just a photo of avocado and salmon.
How do you say it in British? Avo.
Avocado. No, that's
Yeah.
Italian. I, I don't know, but like have you seen like there was this billboard and then like someone was, like spelling the word very weirdly, and so like it sounds like it's saying so it says fresh avocado, but because of the way it's printed, it sounds like it's saying fresh avocado,
Avocado.
and and then it became a meme for quite a while during my high school time. Everyone just keeps saying fresh avocado. Oh.
Very nice.
But yeah, but like that signifies my time in Chile. It was my first time in Chile, and also my first time in in South America in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely something memorable. Chile is also one of the few places that I actually want to go back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slay.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yes, and then on the bottom left, that's the YouTube thumbnail for the parody song that we made.
Yeah, we finally made the cover song together. Although we had like a project like previously, which is still I already got like my part, but like I haven't had the time to record it yet.
Oh, all right. That I
Yeah,
forgot about that already.
yeah, the Endless Nova one.
I forgot about that already. Lol.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So what were you
No,
going
no,
to
no.
say?
Sometimes I woke up just like, oh yeah, I needed to sing Endless Nova.
um. Yeah. I mean, in general, it was my first time trying to make any kind of music related stuff.
Mm-mm.
So so I considered that a win.
Nice. Finally, the musical Ayumu.
The musical Ayumu.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I mean, especially since like I always been wanted to just like mix some music stuff.
Mm-mm.
I expect myself to try to do a bit more
Mm-mm.
in the future, but like um well, I still remember when I first tried this kind of stuff when I was in university and I got really confused
Mm-mm.
how things work, and my friends like you need to mix it. You can't just record it. It's like,
Mm-mm.
oh yeah. And but like this time I think it's actually my mic problem. Like my
Mm.
microphone isn't good enough.
No. Yeah.
So maybe first thing is think about if I want to save money for a new microphone.
Mm-mm.
But obviously I still need more practices, experiences on mixing.
Mm-mm.
And so maybe I'll try to get into some other projects because
Mm-mm.
I have some friends who has been talking that they wanna do some music for
Mm-mm.
quite a long time, but they just never did it. So
Mm-mm. Yeah. I mean, like,
um, mm, I'll see how they do because like recently they just share like another short clip of like themselves like is it like their own songs or
mm-mm.
actually
Mm.
some cover.
Mm-mm.
Where's the server? Where's
Mm-mm.
the
Oh
server?
no. Ayumu has so many
There it
Discord
is.
server.
I have 100 of them.
God damn.
Um. Oh, yeah, it is her original song.
Mm.
Okay. I still haven't heard it yet, so I actually don't know how it sounds like.
Mm-mm.
I feel so bad. She sent it in like 15th of December, and
Mm-mm.
today's 27th. It's been almost 2 weeks and I still haven't listened to it.
Oh no. But yeah, it to be like that when we are an adult. So welcome to the adult life, Ayumu.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're only going to
And
get busier. Yeah. Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is why now.
I'll
Yeah.
go on.
No, no. I mean, like,
Mhm.
that is also why, like, you now get like one refresh step every week, a little bit late, and also, well, probably one D10 gaming video every one solar eclipse. Not even every month, every solar eclipse.
Every solar eclipse.
Yeah,
Bruh.
I know, right?
Um,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, and then bottom middle.
Mm-mm.
What is that image? I can't remember. Ah, right, that's the photo of my little brother.
Mm.
I actually took it for him while we were in Canada.
Mm-mm.
So like this year was actually also my first time to Canada.
Mm-mm.
So
They have conquered
so
America.
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Taking it back.
Things.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so like that was just a photo. So because we went to like a really tall tower,
Mm-mm.
and then like my little brother's like, "Bro, help me take some photos."
Mm-mm.
And I said, "Okay, bro." And that's
Okay, bro.
and
Uh,
and then so like that's what I took, and I think it looks pretty nice. But
mm-mm.
yeah, just because I rarely take photos, so
Mm-mm.
like I think that's like the best thing to represent our trip.
Mm-mm.
Um, and then like the last one is actually a rhythm game called Dance Rush Stardom.
Mm-mm. Ah, now it finally clicked.
Yeah. I always talk about it. But yeah, I mean, originally, obviously, it's for playing that game. But like, for the sake of playing that game,
Mm-mm.
I should start learning a bit of shuffle dancing.
Mm-mm.
So, again, I consider that a win.
Mm-mm. Nice.
Because I also did mention before, like, I was a little bit interested in dancing.
Mm-mm.
So like I always want to try something. And this is obviously this is not as close as like any like even proper dancing.
Mm-mm.
Um, I mean to be fair, they do say that you can kind of learn shuffle dancing from playing that, but like they also suggest like most of the time you wanna learn actual dancing than just playing on the machine.
Mm-mm.
Um, so but like either way, it is what was I going to say? It's a start,
Mm-mm.
and I am still very much interested in shuffle dancing. So so it's like thanks to that game,
Mm-mm.
and I actually start doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Reminds me of getting interested in cooking because of Cooking Mama. Well, it's not like Cooking Mama is the one that teaches me everything. It's just Cooking Mama made it. Like I already wanted to learn cooking before, but like Cooking Mama made it less intimidating kind of thing. And then okay, oh yeah, it kind of smooths my way into like making it actually my hobby. So I think that's kind of helps with you in the same way. I think as lesson.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. It's like a lot of the things like you just have to play a game,
Mm-mm.
and if you're into the game, then like you start learning all the random things.
Mm-mm. Exactly.
And I suppose that's what game is supposed to be.
No, right. The way I clean my rice today is I learned it from Cooking Mom.
Yeah. You need to learn how to clean your rice, bro. You're not Asian.
Yeah, no, right.
Too
I'm.
too Asian. Just poke your fingers into the.
You know what? Now even the way I put my water in, I kind of uh learned it from this Australian YouTuber who has like basically she has like her in-laws are Vietnamese. Like she
Mm.
learned from her in-laws that basically, yeah. So you know this little cup that comes with your rice cooker. That's actually like a that has been perfectly measured so that if you put your rice in, then if you put like the same amount of water plus half cup, it will be exactly like one of your finger. It will exactly like does the same thing with doing the finger method. And then I tested it, and then it's like,
Oh.
oh, it actually worked. Yeah, that's like
Jeez.
I know, right? Ooh. they have found a way to automate the Chinese automation, the Asian automation. God damn it! Wow, who would have thought that the society that have perfected the finger method would have made cheat way to do the finger
Think
method.
about it. It sounds so wrong.
I know. But yeah, that sounds like a really eventful 2024. You did finally found. Yeah, I think like when the first time you kind of like dip your toes into avo avo toes, you were like really excited about it, and it's like, oh, avo
Yeah.
toes.
Into what?
Avo toes. Yeah,
Aphotos.
avocado. Avocado toast, I mean.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I
I mean,
yeah.
it's like a taste change in like
Mm-mm.
recent years.
Mm-mm.
It's like when I was small, I never liked avocado,
Mm-mm.
but now I do. I love it.
Nice. Now next time you come, I will have to make you avocado dessert.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
dessert might not work too well, but
Mm-mm.
I'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to
I'll
see.
see.
Because like I think like all my life I've known avocado as a dessert thing. So like the moment I went here and yeah.
What?
So yeah, the moment I learned about guacamole, I was like, what the fuck? I was like the other way around. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you putting avocado on chicken and stuff? It's like this is not right. And then I tried guacamole and actually works. So it's like, oh okay. And then like now it is my turn to kind of like whenever I meet like people who are like not from Indonesia or like not from South Asia. So because I think like it is still pretty common in Singapore and Malaysia as well. But like whenever I met someone who is not from like the Southeast Asia, or like not that four countries on the bottom right. Well, five countries on the bottom, 6 countries on the bottom right. Got that. I always forgot my neighbors, but yeah, I think they will. Whenever you say like, "Yep, avocado is a dessert," it's like they were like, "What?" What do you mean? You chop up the avocado and you put chocolate sauce on it?
First child.
I know, right? But that's really good actually. Like we have like avocado coffee, and then like we have avocado juice, which is just avocado blended avocado, and then you put the
Avocado juice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah you mix it with sugar and chocolate sauce.
Sounds so wrong.
Yeah, but it's so good. And there's like another the avocado coffee is just that, but you mix coffee into the avocado juice basically. That's actually pretty good. And also because it comes with vanilla ice cream, and nothing can go wrong with vanilla ice cream. But yeah, I might say that your parts about the bunny card fest is something that I agree with, because that's something that I put in my 2x3 trademark, because the 3x3 is not trademark. So now we have to trademark what we can trademark, so we can do patent trolling and make money actually. Not just kidding. But yeah, I really enjoyed the song project as well. When I first received the lyrics from you, I was like, oh, this is quite a challenge. But I think you did a really good job making it work. So my shitty audio actually becomes a part of something that is actually quite decent.
I mean, to be fair, it's also because I just lower the general quality of the video.
I guess, yeah.
I just make it sound goofy ass.
True. That's well, I guess that's also the charm, right? Because like I think like lots of lots of songs that comes from like the Japanese singers that are well, I don't know if they're prevalent or not, but like some of them like do make like in professional career. When they were like on their earlier days, they kind of like make like lots of joke songs like the Single Hell. So now that it's Christmas, I need to remind you of this song called the Single Hell, which is
Single Hell.
Single Hell. So it's a play on the word Jingle Bells, because it's basically just literal Jingle Bells, but they replace it with Single Hell. Because as you know, in Japan,
Single Hell.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yes, because like in Japan, Christmas is not as we do it in the West, or like the rest of the world. Literally, it's not like a family thing. It's more like of a couple thing. That's why they made the Single Hell. Hold on now that
Right. So what's the lyrics?
Single Hell, Single Hell. Oh wait, what? Let's load it up. I kind of wanted to just sing the first part of the song. Single Hell lyrics. God damn, it's not this one. Well, I will look for it later. Can't be bothered now. But yeah, now that Ayumu have shared this 2x3, I will finally stop bullying him and share my own 2x3 in no particular order. Well, the first is kind of like the BCF, because those are the tacos that it's pretty much symbolic of our journey to the worlds. Yeah, literally, because like
that's the burritos, right?
Yeah,
yes.
the taco. I think that's the taco from like our third day or something. I already forgot. Like,
oh yeah, we did have tacos, like some really small ones.
I know, right? Really wanted to get taco.
Those were good. Yeah.
That was the only thing that is good about LA. Well, and a lot actually. So that was because like that was my first time ever like going to America. Like, yeah. So I finally see the real America. It's kind of like Jakarta actually. Los Angeles is pretty much Jakarta, just with the higher GDP. God damn it. And more cars, of course. Well, not really, but you are more you need cars even more than you do in Jakarta, which is already saying a lot of things. But yeah, finally my first Pandai Card Fest, and my only Pandai Card Fest so far, because I couldn't make it to Utrecht because I was sick, and we weren't sure that since Calvin doesn't have extra padding, and then when I went to the Netherlands, the train got fucked really hard because there's a storm in the UK, and we kind of got the aftermath, and then lots of trees were falling between Germany and the Netherlands. So my journey was extremely delayed, and we didn't have the time to procure a sleeping bag. And then since I haven't fully recovered, we wasn't sure whether it's a wise decision for me to sleep in the same room as Ayumu and Calvin, because what if they get the COVID afterwards? That wouldn't be fun. So in the end, I just decided to go home, and we will see. We will see whether it's worth it to come again. And then after the day ended, the rail was still pretty much very messed up, so I cannot go there. My goodness. I can go to the Netherlands, but it will take like 5 hours one way to go. So it's like, yep, nothing is worth this much wait. So like, yep, we are not doing that. But yeah, I got 68 in the world. So that was the only sad part. But the positive thing about our journey to LA is, I finally got to meet my childhood friend actually. She's married now, but yeah, you got the point. She's the only friend that I still talk to from my elementary school. Well, like she was actually my childhood friend, so like yeah. And I basically now felt how it feels to be a godfather, kind of. Although I don't think her son is baptized yet, but yeah. I wish like if she want me to go to the US again just to be her son's godfather, I will probably just save up and fly there. But yeah, that was really memorable. Met lots of the UK boys for the first time. And yeah, that's also the meeting that sparked the second picture, which is me looking in an empty bar. So that is when I finally got my first head judge gig as the head judge for Battle Spirit Saga Grand Tour in Moheim. So pretty much Ayumu's first time being a judge, it's my first time being a head judge. Although that's my second time judging like officially, because like of course previously I've done like a lot of judging for like local tournaments, for like for locals, and also pretty much for all my online tournaments. Kinda acted like as a quote unquote judge. And also in Indonesia, although I'm not officially a judge, I am pretty much kind of like where people ask the ruling to, and then I was like the one who researched for them, kind of thing. So yeah, that's my first time actually being a judge, and I forgot all every of the other rulings. I am mostly there to make decisions and to decide whether people needs to be whether people are actually naughty enough to receive an infraction or not. So I got more power than I ever deserved to. But there's always Ayumu to be there and be my voice of reason. So I wasn't worried, but I was like literally a shark during that tournament. Like I don't mean like as in a real shark. I mean like a literal the animal shark, because like apparently like shark has to keep on swimming, otherwise it will die, right? So like that day I was I lacked so much sleep because I was still working the day before, and then there's this debacle of like I needed to pick up Carlo, and then we had like a small miscommunication, and in the end when I went to the airport, he already went to our Airbnb. So I basically like wasted an hour that I could have used to go to sleep. And then of course, because of that, when we reached the Airbnb, I was still pretty much to say how do I say it, like still have too much adrenaline, so I cannot sleep right away. And then of course, since we are judges, we need to wake up really early. So I was pretty much still okay when I woke up, but of course, as we go to the venue, yeah, I was pretty much that. I could still process things, but like, yeah, when the match had started, we pretty much had to observe and pretty much wait for things to happen, kind of thing. Like that part is that can be a little bit, well, I wouldn't say boring, but it's more like there's so much idle time that it's really easy for you to lose your concentration if you're not careful. And yeah, I pretty much like, if I didn't walk, like if I stayed in one place and like look at like a table for too long, for like more than 30 seconds, I felt like I could just drop down and go fell asleep. So like, yeah, it was a really, but yeah, again, that was a really great learning experience, because like, yeah, there are lots of questions that I didn't really occur to me when I was judging under another judge and under another head judge, which what I did in Karlsruhe. Like lots of things,
Yeah.
like lots of things you don't really consider, like a lot of the administrative things, like how to communicate with the head judge, how to kind of like calm everybody down, and I actually like make Ayumu panic a lot of way, and then like how to control like people's emotion, and like how much you have to balance between like getting the tournament running, but also like getting on the side of the players, and also like fighting for like what will make them most comfortable with the tournament, while also having to still have to make sure that tournament runs on time and make like the best outcome that is possible out of like, because like, well, I did like do a pretty big mistake, but like with all situation, there's always it's not always going to be ideal. I think like in the end we were pretty satisfied, because like the outcome is like what we have wished for. But like if that did not happen, if Julia didn't sweep the whole tournament, it could have been a little bit iffy. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, glad that everything turns out well. Yeah, next time I have to be more careful, of course. And yeah, congrats again to Julia for winning the tournament. And yeah, that's pretty much my journey.
You can feel just like sweating right now.
Exactly. And it's 15 degrees in my room right now, so that's the only reason I'm not sweating. Mostly just my feet because of the temperature difference, but yeah. So before I go,
yeah. 15 degree, alright, like 50 degree.
No. Probably in Fahrenheit, yes, but even in Fahrenheit, I don't think it's going to be, well, probably. Can't really convert it in my head, but yeah, that's pretty much my journey for Battle Spirits, I guess, this year. Mostly with Saga. I mean, like, with Battle Spirits, I have lots of interesting things happening, but it's, yeah, with Saga, because we are so much closer to the community geographically, there's just more things to do this year. Which is why, my kind of like my wish to go to the Tokyo BCF next year is also to kind of like reconnecting myself with the Japanese community a little bit. Because like, of course, as a Southeast Asian player, the Southeast Asian distributor will be there. Lots of the Southeast Asian representative will be there. Kind of like reconnecting a little bit. Lots of my Japanese friends, of course. If they see me as a friend, of course, but yeah. So before going to the,
that sounds so sad.
Yeah. Before going to the game sport, I would like to bring your attention to the bottom left, that is actually a stock photo. That is not a photo of me or my colleagues. I just took that from a website. But basically, I never thought that I would ended up getting a part-time job as a waiter. Not because I am over being a waiter, but like I am generally not someone who is like, I don't feel like I am physically charismatic enough to be a waiter. I don't think I'm physically strong enough to be to handle the workload of a waiter. And of course, I don't I never thought that I would have the social skills that I will need to become a waiter, because now after I became a waiter, I realized this is basically a sales job that also includes a lot of like physical labor.
Mm.
Yeah, now I know why you kind of like why you guys love this job really a lot. Well, with varying degrees, of course, because like as we know, Amamiya really enjoyed his time anywhere. Ayumu not as much, but yeah. I work in an Indonesian restaurant, so that's kind of like what I always do anyway, right? Kind of like doing a propaganda for my own culture, because, well, not a propaganda in a bad way, of course, because like Indonesian culture needs to be spread a little bit more, I think. Like with Southeast Asian, if you think of Southeast Asia, mostly you will think Thailand, Vietnam. If you stretch it a little bit, probably Singapore. But if you're not in business, you'll probably not even think about Singapore. So like the other, even if we are talking just about the ASEAN nation, so the ASEAN is basically the EU for like the Southeast Asia, which only has 11 members, by the way. So it's Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, and then the other 3 countries that, yeah, I'm sorry for my brothers and sisters from those 3 countries, but yeah, we are there are 11 countries that forms the ASEAN. Yeah, so I think like other than Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam, who basically like really actively like basically like doing like the positive propaganda for their cultures, it's kind of hard to get like more into to know more about like the other countries in ASEAN, right? Like not even Southeast Asia. So yeah, I think we need more Indonesian restaurant. We need more Malaysian restaurant. Singapore, I guess we need more food trucks selling chicken rice, because that's actually probably the only good thing that come out of Singapore. Well, and yeah, I think like I found like one Laos restaurant. I don't know if they're going to be a Laos restaurant in near my place. I don't know if it's going to be authentic. Because it would suck that the first time I had my Lao food is in Germany, and then it has been transformed to the German taste, and it's probably not going to be nice. But yeah, that's basically how I enjoyed my work, because I feel like I'm sharing my culture, and I actually got to practice my German. So I think like now I am much more confident in speaking German, although it does have like a mixed success, because as you know, my Indonesian accent is pretty thick. Thick. Although I feel like German is kind of like a very tonal language. Like your tone is pretty important. So having an accent technically shouldn't be a problem, because you kind of have to learn how to say this the German way anyway. Yeah, so you have to learn to say the things the German way. But also, like, when you are not used to it, then it can be really hard for people to kind of understand what you are saying. Like, well, without any offense. So, like, yeah, I was pretty much blessed that like 90% of our customers are either really friendly or are already drunk. So they was like, yep, it's fine. German is hard anyway. So yeah, you tried your best. But yeah, and yeah, my coworkers are mostly really nice people as well. My boss are really nice, as you have pretty much heard like throughout the podcast. But yeah, I will probably keep this job until I get a programming job, because the market is pretty saturated right now. So I will need more time to kind of get one, I guess, or basically just shift into something that is more freelance. So now that I kind of got more used to the workflow, I was hoping that in 2025 I can pretty much put more time into programming as well. Probably do more stuff for our website. So if you don't know, we actually have a website kind of thing called protc.id, which is it's basically how to say like the hat trend that I kind of wanted to have for myself, I guess. But yeah, now that's pretty much it for like the professional part. Now more into like the gaming part of things. My favorite, probably like amongst the games that I've started to play like this year.
Gaming.
Yeah, gaming, gamer, rise up, gaming mention. But yeah, anyway, among of the games that I started to play this year, I think the most impressive thing that I played this year, like the things that the game that left the most impression, I mean, is a Space for the Unbound. I am totally biased because it's an Indonesian game. It was made by a studio from my hometown, Surabaya. I am extremely biased about this, but it is a really nice game. Although I did stream like the first 3 or 4 chapters, I think. I still wanted to finish it eventually. And it was a really immersive story. Like I didn't really realize, and then I was like, I look at OBS and then like, oh, 3 hours have passed. Yeah, I was like, yep. Yeah, that's why it's a little bit hard to kind of like continue the stream now, because like I will be home like at 11 and then I will have to go to work again at 1 the next day. So it's like at 1 p.m. the next day. So it's like, do I wanted to stream now or do I wanted to just lie in my bed and do something else? Mostly just watching YouTube video until I fell asleep. But yeah. It was a really nice journey. Although it is kind of fun to kind of like live the life that you never had, because like although they're like, like Indonesia is a really big country, like even in any country, I think like even if you just go to like one school over, like you will have like a literally really different experience. But yeah, I mean like I lived the sheltered Chinese Indonesian life, if you will, if you may. I had like a driver that got me to school and stuff. Yeah, I have a pretty privileged life, so I was like, yeah. And also like I live in a housing complex basically, so it's kind of like fun to see like how the life, if you live in not society, but like in an area where it is more kind of like a mixed use compound. So like you basically on your way to school, walking to school, you can basically just go through a lot of shops and stuff, because like for my place, you walk for like 2 kilometers and it's still house. It's a person's house. It's a person's house and it's person's house. So it's like, yep, nothing really exciting here. But like you see the world in this game, and then like you go out of the school and then you see like, okay, so this is someone's house. This is a shop that sells things. This is a bakery. This is an arcade. It's a mundane thing. Mundane. Oh, yeah, mundane things, but that matters. But yeah, it's also really interesting because it deals a lot of with dreams and like lots of like subconscious stuff. Like you see like someone who have repressed their dreams and stuff, and then you kind of have to unlock that. Kind of have to help that person with your magical power to kind of like, yeah, sometimes you don't have to repress your emotions and stuff. It is a really beautiful game.
Okay.
For such a depressing topic, they were using like really colorful colorful colors for that for the game. But yeah, actually, Ayumu, if you want one, I might be able to give it to you. Since now you have Steam. Since
I mean, I always have Steam. It's more like I have the laptop to play now.
oh yeah, true. Yeah, also the game is available in multiple languages. I think they have like option to play in Japanese and Chinese as well. So yeah, which is
Actually, talking about games,
mm-mm,
I'm still debating. Do I wanna fall into this rabbit hole called
mm-mm.
Holo Cure?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm already there. You already played that
Yes, I,
once.
I, I, I know you're already there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, do I want it on my laptop so
Mm-mm.
that it can tempt me every time I open it?
Bruh. But
I
yeah.
actually, I just, you know how like you have Steam achievements and everything like
Mm-mm.
that. Um, what was it? So like, I recently watched a video of like, someone, try to, gain all the achievements in Holo Cure,
Mm-mm.
and it took him a whole week. And
Damn.
literally, the part that took him the longest time, well, actually, no, not the longest time, but like the hardest time for him was the jumping king.
Oh my god.
It described it as torture.
Uh-uh.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is indeed a torture. Well, I haven't tried that part because I saw like lots of people doing it and it's like, yep, nope, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I don't think I want to do that either.
Yeah. No, right. And since we are in the topic of gaming, of course, on the top right, we have this bug face of Nagai Ryoko. So this is more into covering like the Pale Spirits Connected Battlers franchise in general. Because before crossover, I basically like did lots of the color limited run this year for Connected Battlers. And I was kind of expected that I can do the same with the crossover, but like, yeah, now I needed a lot of time just to digest the story and then and let alone like reading them as I played them. And then yeah, crossover was a really mixed bag. I really like Ryoko's character, and then I think like uh, I've told you in the previous episodes that I really like how they write the characters this time. It's like they took more time with introducing the characters, so like you see more sets of them to them than what you see during connected battlers. It's basically just things happen, things happen, things happen, things happen. And it's more like an in the side story they actually kind of like explore like how these characters interact with each other, which I was really happy with. The things that I was not happy with was actually the battle parts, because for some reason, uh, because they did take like the contract saga and the which is really fast paced. So I guess to
Hmm.
make them easier, more accessible to the newer players who never touch battle spirits, they made the NPC basically skip their first turn on the first few battles, which goes a
Okay.
little bit too long. That actually like went through the first 10 battles, I guess, which is infuriatingly long. And also it kind of gives a disconnect with the story because like when Ryoko was introduced, you basically fought her twice. So the first one you play as Noboru, she played another deck, and then she played the Phantom Contract, and then she was supposed to teach him about the properties of yellow, which if you play aggro, she will then be able to show that because she will kill her on turn 2 anyway. On your turn 2 anyway, but yeah. After that, of course, as a payment for doing that teaching battle, she wants to fight Toya, so you play as Toya, and then she will be using her real deck, which is Extreme Contract, which is admittedly it's going to be really strong if she plays it properly. But of course, since this is still technically part of the tutorial, uh, she skips her first turn, and then of course I still was able I used aggro deck so I was able to pit her on turn 2 again. But like the story was like Toya was like spending like a whole minute basically just saying like, oh my god, she's too strong. It's like No, this is not how you do it. I know she was supposed to be like the strong character, but like this is not how you introduce her. Like what the but Furio, please fix that. Like please allow like I went to the settings. I was like curious, right? So I tried to open the settings and then I was looking into like, can I make this more difficult? Because like some of the more recent Japanese games, namely the Atelier games,
Mm.
they want to make it more accessible by making it a little bit way too easy. So whenever I started the game, I just went to the difficulty slider and then I just put everything to the right. And for the first hour, it is actually pretty difficult. And then like after the first hour, I can I can just place through everything. But as Atelier, the crafting is more important, so but the battle can be easy, like whatever. So like that's also why I like the Atelier Sophie 2 better than Atelier Ryza 3, because like in Atelier Ryza they kind of made the crafting a little bit more obsolete. So that's the part that's actually I'm actually unhappy about the game. But yeah, then I wish they would have like added like a difficulty slider for crossover to make it a little bit harder. Just to well, actually, if they think like skipping the first turn is what makes it easier for the new players, then just add a difficulty slider where they just play from turn 1. Because that's what they do in the story anyway after the tutorial part is done. But you know,
But look at how many books the games has. Do you really expect them to add something as complicated as a difficulty slider? No, I don't think so.
they have a difficulty slider, but then only works to make the game even easier by giving you 2 extra
What?
cores. Yeah, so basically if you made it
Bruh.
easier, if you put like put them in the easier mode, you get 2 extra cores at the start of the battle. So it's like, why? Why can't you just make everyone move on the first turn? And then like you know the not fun part is like, okay, so if it's during the story, it's considered a tutorial, so you skip everyone's first turn. That's kind of okay, right? So at least during the free match where you grind for points so you can buy more cards, they should be like fighting normally, right? But no, if you fight like the characters outside of the story, if you want to grind, then basically you you basically have to play the tutorial all over again, and they call that difficulty normal. How the fuck is that supposed to be normal? That is that is already easy, and then you can just say that the what was it, the extra 2 course just even easier mood. God damn, that was my mixed feeling with the series. But yeah, I still really like it anyway. I will send more bug reports if I have to actually like spend like 2 hours to send bug reports, because like Pati Vanille is literally unplayable inside that game right now, because you cannot in the first iteration, I think like you can't use the like it's really hard to use the flash effect, because like you can't use it during the opposing turn, and then they fixed it. But now you can only use the flash effect if your top deck is not already open. So it's like, yep, this is not it. I can't play this way. But anyway, but I really like Ryoko, and I will push through just because I like Ryoko. And actually, like Ryoko's existence herself just made me single-handedly made me kind of like went back into writing again. So connecting back to the website project, probably eventually I will do like some sort of lore novel for the time gaming, which is now the character has been so disconnected from ourselves. My self-insert character and Ayumu self-insert character are not going to reflect myself or Ayumu. So yeah, keep that as a fiction that basically of people that kind of shares a name with us, but that's not us. It's going to be, yeah, I'm just going to let myself loose and have a little fun with it. It's going to be really cringy, but I will own it. Yeah, that's basically it. And that's all thanks to Nagai Ryoko from Battle Spirits crossover. Yeah. And now I have to, as I've been saying all the time that I'm going to stream crossover again. Yeah, I really have to find the time for that. And then, now we are at the final picture. Because I told Ayumu that we need at least 6. And then, when I was making my own 2x3, I put on 3 pictures and I was like, what did I put for the rest? So in the end, I was struggling myself, and I told Ayumu to actually do better. 5 is not enough. Add 1 more. But yes, I almost added either I would probably add either Atelier series or Grand Archive, as I really like their characters. But of course, I basically failed to finish Atelier Lydian Suel, mainly because I got distracted. And then I got distracted by the crafting that I was like, if I finish the story now, I wouldn't be able to craft everything. So I was like, I wanted to craft a little bit more, so I'm going to put off the story a little bit. I think I did finish Atelier Ryza 3. I think it's already last year even, but yeah.
Damn.
And then I started to play Atelier. Yeah, I already forgot her name. What is it? The Mobitch one.
The what?
So they made a gacha game. Wrestleriana. Yeah, because Wrestleriana is basically kind of a combination between the main character's name, which is Resna and Valeria. So they just combine Resna and Valeria into Wrestleriana for some reason. And yeah, it was a pretty fun game until at some point it's basically just a kinetic novel. Because the battle is going to be either doesn't matter or it's going to be single. Just you basically have to solve a puzzle and then the battle just finish itself. But yeah. And at some point, as with all gacha games, it becomes a little bit too time consuming, so I stopped. But yeah. I really like the story, kind of. It's Atelier. It's not going to be anything deep, but it's fun enough to go through with. But yeah, I decided to stop. So I was like, is there any of this? And then Grand Archive, I kind of wanted to get into it now that Saga is a little bit calming down. And I basically have a little bit more funds to work with. Kind of wanted to get into Grand Archive, and then time was the problem. Grand Archive, you kind of have to grind in real world because basically there's a nationals going to happen in Dusseldorf in March, I think. But to join, I basically have to win certain other tournaments, and then since I only have 3 months now, I kind of have to win either win 8 times in the locals, or win several times in the locals plus doing being a top in some of their basically summoner duels basically. So yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be pretty challenging. Especially since I even haven't had a proper deck yet. I still have my starter deck. I bought the box and then I didn't get anything that works with white deck. So it's that's a little really big off. But yeah, now you can't even get the boxes anymore. So
That's fine, Theo. Turn your life into a card game anime. You will win all of them
no,
by the power of a protagonist.
no, just use a starter deck and I will win everything. But yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I was debating between those two, and then I just realized something important, something way, 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 way more important happened this year, and I almost forgot about that. I graduated university again this year. I got my master's degree from the Dortmund University of Applied Sciences and Arts, Master of Science in Digital Transformation. I took 4 years to finish the degree, but yeah, it's finally here. Took a little bit of a long time because I got too comfortable working as an assistant. Also because my professor went for his sabbatical like right when I was supposed to finish my thesis. So yeah, that was something that I did this year. I finally have a master's degree. I'm a waiter with a master's degree. But yeah, that's a story that I can tell my customers and I can tell people. So that's still really interesting. And yeah, it was a really my graduation was literally really rocky because like I went with my sister there, obviously because my parents aren't here, like geographic, like physically at that time. So like my parents are here now, but like they were still in Indonesia in Indonesia back then. So I went with my sister and then we met up and then okay, so yeah, let's just take the train. And then like somewhere along the line, the train got fucked up. And it's like, yeah, we are almost late, so let's go out and get a taxi. Like this is emergency anyway. So okay, so we went out of the station and then the train just moves to our destination. So it's like, oh, fuck. God damn it, cobaan. But yeah, so basically in the end we just book a taxi and it took like 50 euros to go from that station to my uni. So, but like my sister, and then we still call. We thought we were like pretty late, but we were like 30 minutes too early because of course. No, yeah, we could have waited for the next train. But yeah, we did the graduation thing. We took some photos, and yeah, I am a master's in computer science now. Yeah. Which is now basically not really useful if I want to get a PhD because like every single PhD is like, yep, we want a master's in mathematics or physics. Yes, something that I have been far removed from.
Sad.
But yeah. Now it's your turn, Ayumu. No, just kidding. Don't get a master's degree in English. That's Do you need a master's degree in English?
I'm not planning to do a master's degree in English. No.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do a master's degree, it's probably going to be on anthropology. Actually, it's the study of humans.
Yeah, that's more like it. And then it's if you wanted to go to academia, I think that's more of a sensible field to get into. Not English. What are you going to do as an English scholar? Like research the origin of Skibidi toilet?
I mean, to be fair, I think there's definitely a field that like study the evolution of languages, and yes, that will include Skibidi toilet.
Oh my god!
Because I mean, it's still like a term that like it's still like a term that's like pure recently. So like it's like one of the major things that you kind of had to study about.
Yeah, I know, right? It's more like I know that it's going to be important like culturally, but it's like more into like I don't want to make it more important than it actually is. But then again, yeah, we did some cringy stuff as well when we were younger, so I don't know. And like, can you read this? Like, I'm going to send you a message, the way I will send a message to my ex back then.
Okay.
Which is not going to be accurate because of course I messaged her in Indonesian, so
how are you doing?
Yeah. It's basically, I don't think I abbreviated enough, but yeah. That was the relic of our time because back then I have to pay a handsome amount of 500 divided by 16,500. So I have to pay a total of 3 cents every time I send a message. Yeah, the good
Sounds
old
fun.
days. I know, right? I needed. It's actually like pretty much the amount of characters that you can use in a tweet. So maybe now, from now on, if I didn't have enough character limit on Twitter, I will just use the lead speak, the messaging speak. But yeah, that's basically my 2024 summarized into 6 images. I feel like this year, as we have talked about in the beginning, it was like a really fleeting year. Now that I've taken a moment to sit down and kind of reflect on what I've did during the last year, actually did a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
good
went
for
to
you.
yeah, I went to Worlds. I did my first head judging. I got like a one shop that I never got like earlier in my life, and then now being a waiter when starting to become a waiter in 30 when you are in your 30s, it's kind of like uh, it is basically painful. It is not as much as emotionally painful as it's physically painful, because like I feel like when I went to work, I was pretty much supported by my adrenaline. So I will be working, I will be able to move like normally, and then like I clock out, and then my legs just turn into jelly. My god.
You what into jelly?
My legs.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually finished my master's degree as well. Finally cutting ties with my professor. No, just kidding. We still talk from time to time. It's not. I didn't burn the bridge yet. But yeah, you get my point.
Oh yeah, I don't talk to my professors anymore,
Mm-mm.
unfortunately, because
Yeah.
I was studying during COVID time.
Ah, I see.
So yeah.
Same actually. Well, how of them? Most of them, yeah. What the? Now that we have done reflecting into our 2024, do you have anything that you wish for 2025 other than the ones that we have talked earlier? Like, think you kind of wanted to get more into dancing, more into like making music. I wanted to
Yeah.
do more programming, and also kind of like reconnecting with the Japanese battle spirits community. Yeah. Do you have any other thing that you want to do next year?
Um I definitely want to finish a book,
Mm-mm.
writing a book.
Mm-mm.
No, not finish reading a book.
Mm-mm. Nice.
uh yeah, it's like you know how I was doing all those writing streams,
Mm-mm.
and then I just stopped because I got a job, and then I got laid off, and then now I'm, staying with family and everything. So like
Mm-mm.
I don't, and then also like going out for saga and everything. It's like I'm actually gonna be really busy
Mm-mm.
in the upcoming year as well, because not upcoming year, sorry, the next month.
Mm-mm.
Um, because like always after I come back from the US, and then in 2 weeks time, my parents will come over again for Chinese New Year.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna be staying with them for another week,
Mm-mm.
and then in February I'll be going down to London to compete in Pokemon TCG. Actually,
Nice.
yeah. So there's a lot going on,
Mm-mm.
even just for like you know uh what was the word? My brain is lagging.
Mm-mm.
Uh, like even just for like next month, there's already a lot going on.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, like that's why I've been struggling to kind of try to maintain my writing. I haven't written for quite
Mm-mm.
like 2 weeks or 3 weeks already, actually.
Mm-mm.
Um, which is sad. I thought I could keep going, but
Mm-mm.
apparently not. Um, but then yeah, so like that's one thing for sure. The other thing, I don't know, get a stable income.
Mm-mm.
I
Same.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say get a job,
Mm-mm.
because like honestly, looking at myself, I don't think I would ever get a proper job. Not gonna lie. So like I would instead say stable income because like kind of hope that like for whatever reason I kind of start managing as a freelance. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mainly two things. Um, I mean to be fair, I do have like a third wish. It's more like a secret
Ah.
that
Hope.
I cannot say on stream.
Hopefully it's going to come through regardless.
I mean there are a lot of things that like kind of want. What was it? Um, yeah, probably like try to get a driver license as well.
Oh
And yeah.
So that we can do our Euro road trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to camp in a mountains, bring our generator and play Mario Party until the morning, and then it's like, why the fuck are we going to the mountains in the end? We could have done this in an Airbnb somewhere. Good old days that we never had. Yeah, low key though. If I did get the driver's license, I will definitely get a van. I will just spend my weekends in the mountain, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, spending time in the mountains would sound so nice.
I know, right? I really like to though. But yeah, I told my German friend about it, and then he was like, I guess it's better if you just get your driver's license in Indonesia instead. And then convert it to the German driver's license, because otherwise it's going to be a really, 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 really long process. Yeah. But that's what this suggestion is. But yeah, we will see. It's like getting the driver license is one thing. Getting know how to drive is another thing. But yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
And yes, for me, other than the ones that I've said earlier, definitely this is not really a wish. This is kind of like what I have to do, is to get like a long-term visa in Germany, because I think like with what we wanted to do in the near future, basing myself in Europe is probably going to be the wisest choice, because I think if I go back to Indonesia, it's going to be easier, of course, to access like Japan and Asia, but it's going to be harder for me to kind of like meet Ayumu, or like meet like the other UK boys, or like meet Calvin even, like even meet Amamiya. So like, or even if I wanted to go to the US to meet my friend, it's going to be a little bit harder as well. Like I think the one of the biggest factor that allowed me to get my US visa a little bit easier was the fact that I applied for it from Germany. So yeah, I think like I would lose that advantage, because I think that's kind of like the thought process is more into like, yep, this guy is trustworthy enough to be let stay long term in Germany, so he must be good enough to like stay for 2 weeks in the US, I think. So yeah. So I think then if I base myself in Germany, it's going to be a little bit easier to go to the other countries. Also because I'm in Central Europe, if I wanted to go to other European countries, it's a little bit easier. Or so I thought, until I saw the plane ticket to go to Athens. I've been wanting to go to Athens because we have lots of Greek friends. So like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to go to Greece as well.
Yeah.
I just heard it's like really expensive to like just like even like stay in Greece.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know.
Which is why if we can ask our friends to let us sleep in their couch, that would have been really helpful.
I mean, probably can.
Or we need to go together and then we just share a hotel, 1-bedroom hotel, and then we just do the Asian thing of like we just put the mattress down on the floor, and then one of us just slept on the hardboard with a sleeping bag or something. I don't know. Actually, we have slept in the same bed and nothing happened. So yeah, I think I can trust you.
Bruh.
Well, I guess yeah.
I'm don't worry, I'm not a dilf.
Indeed. But what else?
In the very busy.
Yeah. My personal wish for 2025, finally be able to make more time to do at least like one video a month, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make more videos as well.
Mm-mm.
Like I have so many ideas, just like been taking a really long time to even do anything.
I know, right? I think like yeah, I think like one of my downfall right now on why like the championship videos like took really long time is I think kind of like I don't know. I think like it's just probably I should just sit down and talk with Tora about it, cause like I feel like what if he didn't cut the part that I needed to be cut out, or like if he cuts too much, so it's like But I guess like as with everything, I needed to trust him a little bit more, I guess. Although that also means that I have to pay him more because like that's more workload for him. But yeah, naturally. But yeah, the more, I think I have to trust him a little bit more because he is here to kind of like take off the workload of editing from me. And yeah, he's here to help me. So like, yeah, why not? Like, I have to trust him a little bit more to actually help me a little bit more. Yeah. I have to work harder so I can pay Tora better. Yeah, I wanted to be a better boss.
Be a better boss.
Yes.
That's a really good ambition that like I believe a lot of people out there should have.
I guess yeah. Getting inspired by my actual boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're to be fair, in a lot of ways you're also in a very fortunate situation. So
yeah. And then yeah, now that things are getting a little bit more calmer. Yeah, I guess I have to get the German course soon, and also that's more like my to-do list instead of my wish. So my wish is actually to get into Grand Archive for real.
yeah, I like actually when we just started the recording, I was like, shit, we just released the Ultraman set last week.
Yeah, I know, right?
I forgot to buy my jugglers.
No. Oh, it was released last week?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah.
I mean it's like more like somewhere this week, but you know, technically last Saturday, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is.
Literally cardboard collectibles, everything was sold out already. Jesus Christ, in the motorbike.
Yeah. But we will see. Sometimes I mean, like sometimes they do stock it a little bit late and then they just post everything first and then they will do the stock later. So there's copium. There's the copium.
I don't think so. I think there's some on sale though, isn't it?
No, that means the copium failed. Oh well.
Yeah, I think the copium failed.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there's still Ultraman Noah. But like literally the rest are like sold out.
Yeah, the Noah is actually pretty nice, isn't it?
It looks nice. I've seen like an in-person image.
Yeah, the effect is actually quite something as well. I mean, like it was literally like the God of Ultraman. It has to be something.
Yeah. Thank God I don't actually play Ultraman. I don't need to spend more money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on the sad part. Like if we we wanted to cover everything, but of course, we don't have the financial means to do so. Yeah, I guess like going. Well, I mean, like technically, I've already said that times and times again, but yeah, we going to the BCF is still pretty much a wish because like money is one thing. Money, I think I can still manage something, but like the other thing is more something that is going to be more complicated, which is my visa in Germany. Because yeah, you know how long they take to do stuff here for administration, and then my visa just happens to be running out like 1 week before the BCF basically.
Oh,
So if I am not careful about that, I will be able to go there but not come back to Germany.
I'm not coming back.
Which wouldn't be fun. Because then I will have to bend my niece to my sister to kind of like send everything in my room, and then there's no way to tell like which one is actually like can be thrown away and which one needs to be sent back. Because of course, even among my cards, there are cards that I'm okay with not bringing home, but there are cards that I needed to bring home. So yeah, that's like I mean, like you see like how much extra cards that I have for like BSS01, BSS02, which of course I will keep like basically like a playset of everything, and then the rest, if I have to, I'll harden my heart and throw everything to the recycling bin. Yeah, I've already decided that. Also, like yeah, I mean like I opened like a case of BS60 as well, so there's still a lot of commons from there left. So yeah, if you need any comments from BS60, just let me know. I think like most of them I still have like a lot anyway.
I might have a look.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, stuff like Idera Fortress, stuff like Pirkijk Beach, and then the Veteran Hill. Yeah. My goodness. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, BS70 like randomly has like a silver contract support. That's actually really random, which allows
Yes, silver contract support.
the one that allows your Stark to ignore the once per game condition to force activate the burst.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That one's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a really heavy mirage too. I don't know if I can fit it in, but yeah. Okay, well, let's see. I already have like a silver contract tech minus the superstar, so might as well, I guess. Might as well get the superstar next year if I get to go to Japan. Yeah.
Why even make more decks, bro? Don't forget the diva set is coming, bro.
Oh yeah, true. We missed
Save your money for the girls.
we missed the Fondi dust set, but yeah. And I wanted to get the, like that limited the premium Bandai set for the Grandwalkers. I kind of wanted to get the loose Bridget. I thought Bridget is so beautiful. Why is Bridget that beautiful? I kept on staring at on the trailer for her pack. So it's PS70, right? I guess. Yeah, 70. Yeah, 69 is Sky. Yeah, 70 is Bridget. Why is Bridget so beautiful, man? I can't.
Yeah, Bridget is actually
But
I don't know if you would call it gorgeous or
Mm-mm.
or she's more like the cute kind of beautiful. I don't know.
Well, also I'm kind of cute because like if you know Hate because of Hateru, she drew like like everything that she drew just turns really cute. So like her Bridget is really cute, but like the actual Bridget, I think more on the gorgeous side. God, I wish I'm in the comic at this year, which will be happening this weekend, I think. Because like
Comic-Con.
Yeah, the comic at the winter comic at.
All right, yes, of course.
Yeah, because like the battle spirit stuff, right? I mean, like Nin made like the soul state marker. That was actually quite cute. And then what else? Hateru also made some sleeves. One of them is Bridget, so it's like, yeah, that one is really nice. Kind of wanted it, but I don't have any connections, and I think like if I just ask someone like now, I think it's probably going to be too late. And then also one of my favorite Bell Spirits fan artist, Ray. She also made like a deck case featuring Brahma and Saraswati. That was extremely nice. Yeah. Why can't we be in Japan right now? Why can't we just teleport to Japan right now?
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if we go to Japan right now, there's no guarantee, right? Because I think, like, they kind of expected that Battle Spirits might not be super popular, so they might stock it just enough for, like, their usual market. So if we just come now and we come a little bit too late, then, yeah, probably they are going to be gone because they have stock just enough for what they have expected to sell anyway. So, yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cope. I'm just trying to say those things to myself just to cope with the fact that I was not able to buy them. Well, maybe if they do like mail order afterwards, I can just ask my Indonesian friend to receive them for me, and then like next year I will take it from him. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, the copium is that. Please open the mail order. And then it will be sold out in 2 seconds. Of course. Yeah. It has been a really tiring year. It's been a really productive year, I hope. Well, not really on the content production side, I guess. Like even the Santa's Kit this year is still a little bit simpler. I guess I have to make do with what I can do. My schedule was really tight when I made that. So I was just like, what can I do? Oh yeah, just make a wanted video. Actually, if you realize, have you watched it actually, Ayumu? The Santa video.
Oh, the Santa one. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, if you realize it's actually a slight on Bandai on like, yeah, where's BSS07? Like, he said he's going to buy it, but he never came back because the thing doesn't exist. Yeah, let's see. What have we made this year? Because this, okay. So it's refresh step for the first 2 months. And then I guess in February or March, we did the qualifier 2. Oh yeah, qualifier wave 2 and no, it's qualifier wave 2 for the previous year championship, and then the championship for last year. And then yeah, we did like one rant video on the band list. We did of course the usual April Fool video. And then the fresh step again for 2 months.
Yeah, I'm like practically producing only like one video every month or something like that.
Yeah, I think I made like one video every 3 months. Like I feel like at my pace, I should be making something that is on the level of Abroad in Japan or something. Well, yeah, and then we have the Bell Spirits Indonesia 3-on-3 Championship. I think that was the first video that we actually commented together. Right? We did the commentary.
Commentary. Oh, you mean like in person together?
No, not really in person, but like we actually like added commentary because I think like before that, basically what we did for championship videos is basically just give it to Tora to give some sort of like sound effect and stuff, and then with the visual effect, and we just upload them as is. I think like the 3-on-3 championship is the first one where we actually like after we do that, we just sit down, we kind of like talk about like the tournament, we kind of talk about the deck that they use, and actually kind of like give a commentary on the actual match itself. And yeah, that's kind of like how we did the championship videos from then on. Admittedly, we need to do it a little. I needed to schedule things a little bit faster, and also probably we just need to be a little bit more energetic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's us, right? Yeah. But after that, we have the skate for Milan because I cannot go to Milan. At that time, I was still unemployed, so I don't have the funds to go to Milan. So I just made a skit where I kind of like acted as if I was in Milan.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked Ayumu to take some videos in Milan just to make it a little bit more believable. After that, after like a few years, like of that playlist not getting any new videos, I finally made like a tech profile video for the number contract for Firma. Finally. So basically, also trying out a new format where basically I just introduce the deck and then like do some matches that was supposed to be a demo for that deck basically. Of course, the problem was then like it's kind of hard to kind of like find a deck that doesn't get that much attention, but like I was comfortable enough to use it against decks that has that much attention because yeah, now I look at my life and I still have the stuff from the unboxing stream that I did last week for the BSS06. I got 3 boxes that has basically identical extras, so that's a little bit concerning given that most of my extras are like Rajatan and Amaterasu Dragon. So yeah. And then after a really long while, we finally get the 8th episode of Battle Spears Tea Party. And then the idea was really stupid. I just went to Tokyo and then I was like, yep. At that time, we were really obsessed with Shikanoko no Kokoshi Tantan. So like, I was like, yep. Why don't we make like a battle video that is themed after Shikanoko no Kokoshi Tantan? It didn't do well, naturally, but yeah.
That was a weird one, bro.
I know, right? But yeah, after that, it's 2 months ago. We finally did the qualifier wave 2 for the championship. After that, there's the Battle of Revengers, but that was done finally last month. And then the last video that is not the refresh step is the Santa video. And then now I am currently working for the final video. I mean, like video of the final for the Indonesia Championship qualifier. So basically, the matches that will decide who are our representative to go to the Asia final. And I wanted to go to next year. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna have that much? Oh, you mean like going to Japan?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
was going to say, are you even gonna have that money to go to Japan and Indonesia?
Yeah. I mean, if I don't save any of my money, then I can have it. But like, of course, like now the Japan one, it's kind of like I can go PMC it as an investment because like there are lots of people that I will be meeting for the first time, and I think network wise that's going to be something. So yeah, it's CoPM, but like I think I can still see it as kind of like making new connections and also like re-establishing like lots of older connections. Because like some friends like Leon from CBGS, like we worked with him previously. I talked with him like online a lot, but like like despite him being Singaporean, like back then like he was so geographically close to me and like we never really met. And then now if I actually can go to Japan for BCF, that will be the first time when I actually can meet him in person. Like, oh yeah, finally, after, I don't know, like 10 years, I guess, because I think I've kind of known him like from my Vanguard days. Yeah, got them. But yeah. So that is kind of okay. I kind of stretch my limit a little bit, but after that, I think I kind of have to save up a little bit. Kind of have prepare some emergency funds. Also, the laptop that I'm using to record this very episode and the same laptop that I will use to edit everything is already 4 years old. So I will need to start to consider to think of the replacement, or basically just spend a little bit more to get them running for a little while longer while I save up for their replacement. I mean, like, I recently helped Ayumu to buy his new laptop, so yeah, kinda know that when this laptop breaks, it's not going to be a very happy thing to think about getting the replacement. And I don't have my student discount anymore. Yeah, guys, like, have I told you that I got a student discount on this laptop?
On what?
On this laptop. So because I bought it when I got into university. That's why it's as old as my degree, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. It's old like raisins. But yeah, that is also why probably need to consider like getting like an actual PC. But then that will also be another problem if in summer it's going to hit up the room and it's not going to be fun because the summer here is really dry and there's no AC. And I have to think about how to make sure that thing will not overheat. Lots of things to think about. Why are computer this complicated? So subtly complicated.
This is life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually the only thing that I need to think about. Like, can I escape during summer? Like, if I can get like a freelance job, or if I can get like a remote work, permanent remote work, that will have been really ideal. Then during the summer months, I will just go to Norway or somewhere in the north, where it is probably going to be much colder, so that I don't have to deal with the bullshit that is the German summer. I mean, yeah, I guess like people will always comment that, yeah, it's in the Middle East or in the south, in near the equator, it's going to be much hotter. Yeah, then the challenge is just different. It's not that the temperature being lower is going to make it any more comfortable than it is when it is hotter. The challenge is always in the other environmental factor. Like in Indonesia, for example, it is much in my hometown in Surabaya, it is much more humid. So like when you have an AC, then it's easier to cool off the room, as long as it's not as long as your room is not in the attic. Then you basically just did the same mistake again of like installing AC in your attic, and it's going to break down again because it's too hot for the AC to operate. But you still have to install them in the attic anyway, or else the attic will not be livable. Yeah, the dilemma. But yeah,
So many to think.
I know, right? Yeah, I guess if I do get like a bigger paying job, I will actually install an AC in my room. Hopefully the ones that has the the solar panel thingy. So like at least it's going to be slightly more environmental friendly, because that's also one of the concern why air conditioning is not as popular in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, I mean, like the one that I did never really thought about is like the aesthetic component of having an air conditioner, air conditioning, because like for the most part of my life, the outdoor unit of any air conditioning unit has always been a part of my life, because like you know how hot it is in Indonesia, especially in Surabaya. So like you can't really live without air conditioning. So like having an air conditioning outdoor unit and then like having like the pipes like protruding out of your indoor unit and everything is kind of just part of my life. My room looks a little bit messy, but it's what make my life actually livable. But like then I was like reading an article on why air conditioning is not popular in Germany, and I saw like three main reasons, like mostly like environmental reasons because it consumes a lot of energy, of course. There's also a concern of like the materials that used to cool, the chemicals that are used to cool your room, and etc. Which is reasonable. I can understand that. And then there's the third reason, which is it makes the city looks ugly. So it's like, oh, that's actually very fair. But like, I never really thought of that as a problem before. It's like, yeah. I mean, like, I guess like it's same in Hong Kong anyway, right? Like, air conditioning has been a part of our life so much that we don't really see that as a problem.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. In fact, like that becomes a problem that like Hong Kong has too many air conditioning.
Yes.
I think it's actually the place with the most air conditioners in the world. It's insane.
That is really concerning, considering how big Hong Kong
It,
is.
not gonna lie, it is pretty concerning, yeah.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I can see that how that can be an aesthetic problem for the city now. And you have too many air outdoor units, and that's kind of like, yep.
Okay, not gonna lie, I think at this point it becomes like one of the aesthetics of Hong Kong. You go to Hong Kong, you just see air conditioners everywhere. I'm not even joking. Like you find a photo of Hong Kong, and like literally one of the things that stand out is that like literally on the side of the building, all air conditioners.
Oh my god. What have we become as a society? Just
Hell.
I know, right? And I thought like the US has already been pretty heavy on their usage on central cooling and heating. Yeah, still remember the day I felt like really German that day when we reached the Airbnb, and I was like, God damn it, this house is really hot. I needed to open the door. I needed to open the balcony door so I can let some fresh air inside. And that liberating feeling when I opened the balcony door and then like the fresh air started to go in. It's like, oh my god, this is life. And then I went downstairs and then like, oh, okay, it's the same thing. God. Why is central heating a thing? It's also the thing that kept me alive in winter in Germany. But yeah, today is quite particularly warm, I guess. Although it's actually 0 degrees right now outside. But I decided to turn my my heater to kind of like kept the room at 20 degrees Celsius, and it was like burning hot. I was like steaming. It's like, why is it this hot? And then I look at the thermostat and then like, oh, I put the dial one step a little bit for to 4. Like I was supposed to put it on number 3, which will keep my room at 18 degrees Celsius. And I put it on 4, which will keep it at 20 degrees. So it's like, oh, so that's why. It has to make it 20 degree hotter than outside. So that's why it's making the room really hot. Like literally. Don't know why the 2 degrees is such a difference. Now it's minus 2 degrees according to my weather application. Getting even worse by the moment.
It's only 5. It's 5 Celsius over here. Like you're in Central Europe. How is it that cold? You're not even by the sea. What the hell?
Exactly. I don't know. But the wind is just too strong. Like, if the wind is not blowing, then it's actually manageable. It's like, yep, it's a little bit chilly in it. And then like the wind blows and I'm like, why the fuck did God made this? Why is the wind blowing so strong? This is just suffering. This is just the 7 layer of hell. My goodness. But yeah, I guess that's how we chill for the new year. So once again, I hope that you guys have a nice holiday so far. Merry Christmas to people who celebrate them. And for those who don't, we are already approaching the new year. We are going to have the next episode next year. So we wish you a good new year as well. From the Holy Time Gaming. So from me, from Ayumu, from Mama Mia, from Tora, our editor, from our shadow members, from Chris, from Michael, our investors that are not here with us today, but from Gino, who is technically our member, but like not really. From other people who I regularly drag around as well, like Wilson. I guess I'll just drag him to say that it's a new year from him as well later. But yeah. If you guys have any questions, comments, or requests that you wanted to send us for the next year for 2025, do feel free to send us an email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com or comment below if you are listening on YouTube. So yeah, now that was what we can share for this year. We hope you guys have a nice year going forward, and we'll see you all in the next turn. Bye bye.
Happy New Year. Bye bye.
Happy New Year.